What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? Hopefully everybody is doing awesome. Alright, I just gotta figure out what I did with my mouse. I seem to have lost it. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? There it is. There it is. Alrighty. So just so you guys know, on the question and answer streams, all the gameplay is pre-recorded. It's nearly impossible to play and answer all the questions at the same time. Alrighty. We got Bursa, we got Love, we got JR, we got Jimmy, Jamel, Leon. Nice to see you guys. Hossam, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you again. How are you? Guinea, what's up? Somebody is asking about the Orochi. Personally, Orochi's not really something I would play that much. It's probably about as good as this little thing you're seeing on the pre-recorded video right now. But yeah, it's okay. I mean, I guess there are some people that know how to play it really well, but it's not an easy robot to play, honestly. Takes the right person to be good at playing Orochi, I'll tell you that. I would say most players probably suck at Orochi. Alrighty. Let me make sure we're on live chat. Osam says, I never see playing even mid, no one. So, Marching Men, either I missed something or I haven't heard anything about that. Did you hear something about that? Rockzilla, how's your day? Jimmy says the mice are eating the cheese, man. You better get your cheese back from those mice, Jimmy. You better get your mice back. Alright. Oh, they removed the cap? Well, that's good at least. So that's definitely a... Yeah, that's a good thing. I didn't see it. Yeah, I really wish they would, like, either I missed it or they didn't really announce it to us ahead of time, but that's kind of cool. Let me go take a good look at the thingy dingy here. Let me look at the game news for the day. And what does it say? Here we go. Microchip compensation. All right. So at least they've changed it a little bit. That's a good thing. So the glider, the beak, the armadillo, the paralysis, the barrel, and the reviver are all going to be tier 4 drones. So that's going to be 5 tier 4 drones. So all players above level 27 will get a free 1,000 microchips, 1 upgrade token, a free barrel drone. So that's kind of cool. Other bonuses: for every 2,500 microchips you have on your account, you will receive an extra upgrade token. And if you have more than 5,000, you're going to get the Taki drone still. So that's definitely a little bit better. That's definitely a little bit better. Yeah, it's probably going to cost more to upgrade. But I think the tier 4 ones are going to have more or better skills or something. I don't really know exactly how they're going to work it because you can't always go by the test server 100%. What you're seeing on the test server always gives you a good idea, but it never really paints the whole picture from what I've found. Jamil says the upgrade tokens for drones is kind of dumb. I agree with you on that one. I don't like that at all. What's up, Colburn? What's up, Smileys? Nice to see you guys today. Thank you for stopping by my crazy live stream. I definitely appreciate it. Hopefully everybody's having a good week so far. What's up, ma'am? How are you today? Yeah, I think we only got a couple more days left until the drone rework goes live, so it is on the way, guys. It is on the way, so that's a good thing. Jonathan, I'm glad you like the channel, buddy. Thank you. Manilow, so yeah, they did make some changes, and that's probably a good thing. I mean, I guess we'll kind of see how it goes. I mean, it's definitely better than what it was. So, I mean, that's a plus, in my opinion. Eric, they did tell me when I asked, they said it was going to be the same thing as the Dorito chip. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have a Dorito chip for the upgrade for Mark III and for the drones. But I think there's currently like 11 currencies in this game. If you look at like power cells, platinum, gold, silver, upgrade tokens, tickets for the battlegrounds to play that mode. There's a few other things. Oh yeah, the three different special delivery tokens, the keys. There's about 10 or 12 different resources in this game already, which is kind of crazy. Alright, so Wholesome's got 8 of those tokens. That's cool. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely been different without the drones, I will tell you that. It's been very different without the drones. Canis Rigo, how's it going? So, Jonathan, they're going to take the cap off. So there was a maximum amount of how many you could get, so they are removing that. Eric says, still really lame. Coolburn says, I've been getting my butt kicked a lot more since the drones are gone. I think everybody's been getting their butt kicked a little bit more since the drones are gone. Jonathan says, I know some players paid a lot of money. Yes, they did. So I don't know, it's kind of it's really a good thing though that they're changing the drones. I hope. I guess it depends on what kind of stuff they put on the new drones. But the drones needed a rework. They were causing a lot of problems. There was a lot of weird stuff going on with the drones. So the drone rework needed to happen. Right? The drone rework needed to happen, but the way they decided to compensate people wasn't really the greatest, so there's a lot of upset players. Osam says there's 110 clans that will be boycotting and not spending for a month, so I'm wondering though, I actually wonder how many people are actually going to stick to it. When that new Titan comes out, how many of those are we going to see on the battlefield right away? I've seen other games where people have tried to make a boycott and it's never actually worked. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Smiley says it feels like the old school War Robots without the drones was awesome. You know, back in the day, the weapons weren't so powerful. They didn't blow you up in 2 seconds. You didn't need drones on pilots back then. I do miss the old ways of the old school War Robots in a lot of ways. I remember when power cells didn't exist. I remember when drones on pilots weren't a thing. There were no motherships. They just keep adding more and more and more and more and more stuff to the game, and there's a lot going on in this game right now. Like, a lot. Wholesome says he expects about half of them to stick with it. You never know. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. Jonathan says it takes away from the actual robots. What's up, Kron? There's a lot of people that would love to see an old school mode where drones and modules don't exist, but I don't think they'll ever do anything like that. Alright, so Travis, Prisma's been out for a really long time, my friend. You don't really see that many people in Champion League running Prismas. I don't know if people in the lower leagues are running them, but it doesn't really seem to be a super popular weapon. Like, occasionally I see somebody with a Behemoth running 4 of them, and that's pretty scary, but from what I've noticed is they're not super popular weapons. Serby Rad, what's up? So which robots are you fighting that's getting purple shields? If you're fighting like a Hades or an Ares or a Demeter or a Fafnir, and maybe 1 or 2 others, those have built-in purple shields as an ability. H. Barker, what's going on? So more than likely you're seeing one of like the Greek bots or whatever that has the built-in purple shield. And if you shoot that purple shield, it will make that robot's ability stronger. For example, if you shoot the Demeter's purple shield, it will heal more. If you shoot the Hades purple shield, it will attack the weapon will do more damage. So you actually do not want to shoot purple shields because the robots that have them built in, they will get a huge buff on their ability damage or their healing. But personally, I'm not very excited about Yamantau. I hope that map never ever comes back. I hate that map. It's too big, it's huge, it's giant. H. Barker says, is Nucleon good on the Siren with the buff? Yeah, man, Nucleons are nice nice weapons, not robots. But yeah, Nucleons are quite good, to tell you the truth. I mean, I like them a lot. Yeah. AEK, yes, they did change the microchip compensation, which is awesome. So at least that's a good thing. So it's a little bit better than it was, and no cap. You're seeing Erebus with 3 Anciles? My god, that would be awful. That would probably be, in Champion League, that would be one of the worst things you could ever build. It would get obliterated in like 2 seconds. There's too many weapons that go through the Ansai shields, and they just don't really have enough hit points. Travis says it was great back in 2014 with the bots being slow and weak. Yeah, I downloaded quite a bit of new music. I'm not sure if you're familiar with like Hellas. Oh my god. Harris Heller, the YouTuber, he's got a streaming music service, and I found that all the songs on it are free to use, so I'm going to try out some of the stuff from his deal and see if I get any copyright claims on this live stream or not. According to him, every song on there is registered with YouTube, it's allowed to be used, so we'll find out. The problem is finding music that you actually like and want to listen to that's copyright free. So what I do is I just kind of listen for songs that are like relaxing or kind of make me bob my head a little bit and say, well, I hope other people like this too. I don't know. You can't please everybody, unfortunately. I can't talk today. Ron, who are you going to sue now? Me for the music? Revengers, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, I've been downloading some lo-fi music. I don't know if you guys are familiar with lo-fi, but it's just kind of like slow. It's just kind of like slow, relaxing. Kind of got a nice beat to it. Alright, so Jamil has a question about the Manny pilot. So Jamil, I would think it's going to make your blast stronger as well, because normally anything that gives your... Wait a second. I mean, I think so. Anything that gives your robot more hit points, I mean more damage, normally works for the robot's built-in damage ability as well, so I can't guarantee it 100%, but I would say it's about 90% guaranteed to work. Alright, the Hunter says, which one do you prefer? Freedom Igniter or the Sinister Cryo? Personally, I like the Igniters way better than the Cryos. For some reason, I just don't like the freeze rockets. They don't work well for me. Some people love them, but they're definitely not my thing. JR says Yamato is a pure sniper map. It really is, actually. Mitos, how are you? But I'm not looking forward to Yamato coming back, honestly. Jimmy says, I got the Amugi. Yeah, Jimmy got an Amugi. Woo, buddy. That's kind of cool, right? Amugi's a very fun robot to play. I like it. I just wish when I played with random teammates, they would take advantage of teleporting, but half the time they don't. But it's still really fun nonetheless, I will say that much. Alright, so Jonathan says I like the Yamato because of the nostalgia. I mean, I guess that's the only thing cool about it. I used to love crawling my spiders up on top of the bridge. Now, when Yamato does come back, it might actually have teleporters on it. I'm not 100% sure, but it may have teleporters like the factory map. Josh said, should I upgrade my bots to level 9 to get all 3 module slots? If they're good robots, yes. If it's a crappy robot, don't waste any more resources on it than you need to. But opening up that 3rd module slot is really a big help. Especially when you get up into the higher leagues, you are going to definitely need all 3 module slots. So if it's like a really lousy robot, that's personal preference I get. But if it's a decent or a good robot, then yeah, definitely make sure you get it up to level 9. If it's a really good robot, try to max it out. I know it takes a long time, but... Sir B. Rad said he was watching AD Gaming and getting shot with a purple shield on Cerebus. I think there might be one drone coming out that does have a shield. I can't remember. I don't know if they're going to go through with it or not with the shields, but we'll find out. So Jonathan, I don't know, there's a lot of, like, for example, I can play the heck out of a Leo. There's a lot of older robots that are actually really good. I mean, Fenrir is still really good, and Vader's really good. I mean, those are really old robots, you know what I mean? Blitz is still pretty good, Phantom's still good, Scorpions. There's a lot of really good robots still. Not every old robot is good, but a lot of them are. Yeah, like Kron said, Raven was made good again. And I don't know how accurate this is, but my understanding is they're planning on buffing a lot of really old robots. So there's going to be a lot of robots that aren't good at the moment that may become good again. Like, you know how they buffed all those weapons? Well, they might be doing the same thing for older robots soon. Now, that's a rumor that I heard, and I definitely hope that it's true, but it very well could be. I mean, I can't guarantee it for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. We just kind of have to wait and see, I suppose. The death button Raven. You know what I want to do? I was thinking about what robot was that? I had a really fun idea this morning, was to take Storm and Gust, but I can't remember what robot I wanted to put them on. There was some sort of robot I wanted to throw Storm and Gust on it and see how those old school weapons did. Now I don't remember what robot. Holy moly, my memory sucks. I'll have to figure it out, but it might have been a Raven. I know back in the day, a Raven was awesome with shotguns on it. H. Barker says, is the Loki still worth building? I would say yes. Loki is definitely worth building. I like Loki a lot. I mean, it's not a fighter. You got to remember that. It's a beacon bot. So if you're looking for a good beacon bot, then Loki's amazing. If you're looking for like a fighter, then no, you don't really want to get the Loki. So cudgels are nice if you sneak up behind somebody, un-Loki yourself, fire at them, and then re-Loki. That'll work out really good, but I would prefer something with a little bit of range. Kron's playing a Riker with Spears and Vipers. Good luck with that thing, man. How's it going so far? Are you doing well with it? Because I would not expect that thing to do very well. I played a Riker recently, and man, I could not get it to do anything but die. It was a death machine, but not in a good way. Not the way you want it to be a death machine. It was a machine that like died a lot. What's up, Dark Warrior? How you doing? Solid Snake. Alright, so you're wondering about your Titan weapons. He says the Dazzlers and Gargantuas are not doing much damage. Alright, so I will tell you this. The Basilisks are a very high damage weapon, but they're a lot harder to use. So it's easy to miss shots. They run out of ammo really quickly, so they're a very hard weapon to use. Plus, if you're lagging a little bit, you're going to miss a lot of shots. Now, the Gargantua, those can hit multiple targets at once, and they also heal you as well. So you're going to sacrifice some damage for the abilities. And the blinding weapons, I mean, they do really nice damage. I think those are extremely strong, plus they blind people. So yeah, the Basilisks are going to do more, but they don't have any real major skills except for a little bit of DOT, and they're a lot harder to use. So I mean, there's always some trade-offs for this and that, but a maxed out set of the blinding weapons like the Dazzlers and Lanterns are very, very strong right now. I mean, they're probably one of the better setups you can have. Every time I try to play the Basilisk, I miss almost every shot because of lag, and then I waste all the ammo, so... There's certain weapons, for some reason, I just can't play because of the lag. Now, there's also days where my robots and weapons feel extremely weak for like 2 or 3 days straight, and then they go back to normal. And I've never been able to figure out why that happens. So I don't know, maybe it could just be one of those days as well where you're like, hey, my stuff just doesn't seem to be performing good. I should try my Basilisks and Kraits again because they are very hard hitting weapons. That might be fun to play on the Aether. I don't know if I've ever played that on the Aether. If you got an old school robot like Arthur, that might be pretty cool. The Basilisk on there. I was thinking about making a video where I just play Arthur, some old school Titans, and just see how they do, you know? Record the gameplay, good or bad, and just show you how the Titans do. With the old school weapons. Glamorous Potato, he says, why does Aether have more defense points? So if you're asking me why they designed it the way they did, I can't answer that one. So Hunter, the 1 day is better. It's actually cheaper, I think, if you do the 1 day. They say if you do the 3 day, it's not as good because you're getting the 3 day convenience. You don't have to go by every day and restart it. So it's actually a better deal if you do it every single day. It's kind of weird, actually. I don't know if I like this song very much. This song is kind of like a earbuster. When I hear songs that I don't like, I'm going to give them 1 star, and then I'm could go back and listen to them later and see if I want to delete it or not. H. Barker says King Arthur. Yeah, Arthur was amazing back in the day. He was the king for what, about 2 years? Portugal says, I just got a Crimson Hawk. How good is it? Well, Hawk is a pretty good robot for destroying Titans. It's got a very strong laser beam, but it's one of those robots where you got to play it very carefully. You want to stay in the back. You don't want anybody to hit you easily, because as soon as you land, you will die super easy. Especially without the drone stuff to protect you right now. So it's what you would call a glass cannon. Very strong in the air, but very weak on the ground. Hey, Saida, how's it going? I'm probably saying your name there wrong, so I apologize about that. But shout out to Saida, if I say that right. So, Glamorous, I usually do a Titan video every so often. Like, I actually have a Titan guide playlist where maybe once a year or something, I redo the Titan guide. Like, after a few more Titans come out, I'll usually remake that. So I know we're going to be due for another one pretty soon. I'm thinking when the next Titan comes out, that new one that's coming out pretty soon, after that guy comes out, I'll probably make another updated version of the Titan guide. Alright, so Solid Snake is seeing zombified bots on the battlefield. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of weird glitch where robots are turning into ghosts. Last night, my robot turned into a ghost and nobody could see me. And I just sat there on a beacon and stole it. Nobody could turn it. And everybody's like looking around. I was the last guy left on the battlefield. And they couldn't figure out where I was. They were like running around shooting in different directions trying to hit me. It was pretty funny, actually. Like, I don't think I've ever been ghosted to that extent before. But yeah, there's some sort of weird glitch where robots are turning into ghosts. Invisible ghosts. Arox, what's up, buddy? Yeah, they got the 100 Cruel Angler giveaway going on, guys. If you haven't seen that yet, you might want to go find that video and get yourself entered. I'm also going to have a second 100 item giveaway as well. Arox, I'm doing good, bud. How about yourself? Alright, so what do I think about the autopilot on the Seraph with radiation weapons? That's a nice setup. I mean, I like it. Radiation weapons do good with the autopilot. The Redeemers do really good. So if you've got Redeemers, heck, you could have your choice. You could even switch back and forth sometimes. But the only thing with using a weapon-specific pilot is, are you always going to be using that type of weapon on that robot? If not, then the legendary skill for that pilot will stop working. That's just something to think about when using anything that's like weapon-specific or robot-specific or whatever. Surby Rad, no. If you're on iOS, you can only join iOS clans at the moment. Eventually, they're trying to work on changing that, but for some reason they haven't got it to work right. So, eventually, yes, but right now, no. We can get in games with each other, but we cannot squad together or invite each other to play games. But the matchmaking will drop Android and iOS platforms in together, but that's about it. H. Barker, there's a video. Go find the video. It'll tell you all the instructions and stuff. I think I posted it, what, like 4 or 5 days ago? Do I know a guy named Manny? Are you talking about the YouTuber Manny? Not really, but yes. I mean, I know Manny a little bit. I've talked to him a few times here and there, but I don't really know him well or anything. What's up, Kraken? How's it going? Ah, you like the way the Cruel Angler looks? It is pretty interesting. It's got the little light hanging off the front of it. I like that part. Yeah, same thing with PC. Only PC players can be on clans with other PC players. So every platform is separated. There was a long time where only Android players could get into gaming with Android players, but eventually they did a semi-merge. So we can get into games together randomly, but that's it. Alright, so Arok says, what's better for Seraph? Decay, Viper, or Smuta? I would say the Decays are really good on there. You got a lot of range, they hit very hard. Right now we don't have to worry about shields, so Decays are great. I like the Vipers as well, but they're a little bit harder to use. Especially at a distance, because you kind of got to lead ahead a little bit with the Vipers. The Decays are just a straight shot, and they do great damage. I like the Decays a lot. Asta Danny, how's it going? So for example, let's just say you use a healing module on your Nether. That module expert skill will make the healing module last longer. Or if you use a phase shift, your phase shift will last a little longer. So yes, it's only the modules that you activate with power cells that it affects. So Rockzilla punchers are great weapons up close. Like right now they kind of suck when you're shooting at a distance, but up close they do a lot of good damage. So if you're playing a robot right up in somebody's face, then punchers are great. If you're trying to hang back, then punchers aren't that good. Asta Danny, you're welcome. So Hunter says, what do you think about Pixonic giving Seraph offers for the low level players? I mean, I think it's great that if you have $3 or $4, you can get a Mark II robot. I'm constantly seeing unbelievably cheap Mark II robot and weapon deals for between $3 to $15. I mean, it's crazy good. I think that's awesome for anybody who can afford to spend a little bit of money. I mean, if you can't afford to spend any money, then that kind of sucks for the people who can't spend anything, but for the guys that have a few dollars to spend a week, you can build a really nice hangar for a few bucks a week. So let's just say a lower level player does buy that stuff. Like, there's a guy in my clan who's only been playing the game for a month. So he bought a bunch of that Mark II stuff for a few bucks each or whatever, and he made it up into like Expert or Champion League in a month. So people that do buy that stuff should move up quickly and get out of the way of the players who aren't able to spend. H. Barker likes the special edition Aether. Yeah, it's a very cool looking. It looks like a Gundam or something. Rockzilla is running the Puncher Seraph. What's up, Gustavo? How you doing? But I think offering things for not a lot of money, offering nice things that are already like leveled up for not a lot of money, I think that's a really good step forward. I mean, that's going to help a lot of players out, so... I mean, I guess there's pros and cons to everything, right? What's my favorite map? I really like Shenzhen and I really like the moon. I'm not really sure which one of the two is my favorite, but I like both of those a lot. So Ideas says my hanger is pretty bad except for my Siren. I'm Gold League 3. Siren's a fun robot. D. Griffey, what's up? How are you today? H. Barker says, can you rate my hanger? I don't usually do the hanger ratings, but I mean, I think if you go to my Discord server and you post a photo of your hanger in like the War Robots question section or something, we'll check it out. I don't normally do it on the streams though. Like, I still can't see a lot of people's hangers. Like, I think I can only view other Android players' hangers and stuff like that as well. So no, I haven't heard of a bot called a Lynx. What is that about? Is that something new they announced? So Jamil says cheap offers on Mark II weapons is honestly a good idea. Chump change spending only. Yeah, I think that's cool that they're doing that. Let me read back up to the chat a little bit. I don't really like rating people's hangers because half the time somebody will have this really horrible setup and I have to say everything you have there sucks, replace it all. I don't like doing that. I mean, you'll see somebody who's running like a griffin and he's got like one Tulumba, one spear, one Tehran, and one like who knows what on it, and you're just like, that is just bad. 661, no giveaway on the stream today, but if I decide to do one on the stream, I'm probably not going to announce it. And it'll be towards the end of the giveaway. So sometime towards like the middle of March, if I decide to do one, it'll be around then. But some people have some really bad hanger setups. They want you to rate it. So this is going to help you out more than somebody rating your hanger. Find out what weapons are good, find out what robots are good, and then try to get that stuff. As long as you got decent robots with nice weapons on them, you'll be okay. Yeah, RX, that little bot can move, man, especially when the Adamant Roadhog kicks in. Holy crap, holy. I don't even think that robot has a module slot, but it's very fun to play. But yeah, I mean, the bottom line is it's pretty easy to find out which robots and weapons are good by watching us YouTubers. Or if there's a certain weapon and you want to know if it's good, just ask one of us YouTubers and we'll tell you. Portugal, pilots do not have modules, my friend. So what do you mean by when you change pilots, do you lose the modules? Are you talking about do you lose the pilot skills? Like whatever pilot skills you have, those always stay on there. You're not going to lose your pilot skills. But if you take your pilot off of one robot and move it on to another robot, unfortunately the skills will stop working. So let's just say you rolled a pilot, all the skills are on a Griffin. Those skills will only work for a Griffin. Let's just say you take it off of the Griffin and put it on the Fenrir. You're going to have to re-roll all the skills again so they work on the Fenrir. What are the best weapons for the Nether? Alright, so I think right now the best weapons for the Nether are probably going to be pulsars or the radiation weapons like the Blight Hazard type deals. I always forget what the small ones are called, but... And also the new rockets, the rust weapons, like the Talon, Claw, and Jaw, those are really good, so... It really depends on how you're playing it. It depends on what your playing style is as well. Alright, so... Kaylee is building a Erebus with Vipers. Vipers are actually pretty cool weapons, so you should probably like that a lot. That should be a lot of fun, actually. Arox, I'm glad you're enjoying the channel and you find it helpful, buddy. That's awesome. Elikon, I'm not sure what you just said there, buddy. BR, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what that says, but hello. When will the Sirius Titan come to the game? That is a question I don't know yet. I don't know if it's going to be on the upcoming update or the one after. I don't expect to see it on this update, but at the same time I kind of do, so I don't really know. It doesn't seem like it's going to be ready for the next update, but it very well could be. So I mean, we might actually see it in a couple of days. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that. Pix doesn't normally announce stuff to us much before you guys hear about it, so sometimes I hear about it after you guys do. But yeah, they don't always go out of their way to tell us YouTubers things like that. Actually, I'm surprised they don't, but sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And half the time when we do get information available, they say you're not allowed to share it. And we go, oh man, that sucks. Best weapons if you're only playing Beacon Rush? I actually think that would depend on which robot you're playing as well. So if you're playing close up, I would say my favorite weapons are still like the cudgel type of weapons. Cudgel, mace, and hammer are amazing weapons on any type of brawler. The rust rockets are super good. I think Pulsar and Magnetar is great right now. You can use those as brawling weapons or as like almost a sniping weapon. They're not really made for brawling, but they'll work if you need them to. So I would say those are probably some of my top favorites at the moment for Beacon games. but it does depend on which robot you're using as well. Hunter wants to know what's the best pilot for the Typhon. Alright, so that's a little bit tricky. So there's one pilot for Typhon that will give you 25% more damage for a short period of time. And if you're not shooting that off into drone shields, that's going to be the best pilot. So if there are not shields popping up every 2 seconds, that pilot is going to be really good. I can't remember the name of it, but there's another pilot that every time you use the Typhon's ability, you get extra speed for a few seconds. That's another one that's really good. So Rose Lynn is the one that gives you the speed, I think. I can't remember the name of the other one that gives you the extra damage, but I like both of those. But I normally use the Rose Lynn to get the extra speed myself. Yeah, Scarred, what's up, buddy? Yeah, we did hear about that. The 500 microchip cap is being removed. That's great, actually. Played once to... Actually, you know, every couple times a year, I always make a video like that with old school robots. But sometime after the drones get reworked and we get used to how everything works again with the new drone system, I'll probably be making another video like that sometime in the next couple of months. It's always fun. I usually do my Lance a lot because that's a cool old robot. I usually do a Leo because that's a cool old robot. Plus, who knows what? You know, maybe a Hover. Hover is super fun. I love Hover. So Kraken maxed out Shock Trains. I'm not a big Shock Train fan. But Pulsars, I really like Pulsars a lot. Son Paul's in the house. What's up, buddy? How are you today? Which level unlocks the drones? Alright, so Hunter, it's either rank 25 or rank 30 when the drones unlock, but drones are completely disabled for the game until the new update hits. So shortly after the new update, the drones will come back. I would assume you're still going to have to get to like rank 25 or rank 30. Alright, so Leo with the new laser snipers will probably be really good. Yeah, that would be actually nice. That would be very good, Jamil. The radiation weapons are good on Leo. Those new weapons, those new lasers are good. Last time I played Puncher and Shredder, I was really, really impressed. Or Puncher Magnetar is really good. Ah, Kraken, I love the Hover. It's not an easy robot to play, but it's very fun. I have some really good games and some really terrible games with the Hover. Solid Snicks says, personally, I love the Khepri. Yeah, Khepri is a lot of fun. I like it a lot. You gonna try a jump module on it? Personally, I like healing because things die really quick. Without the drones, like, you kind of need the healing modules, but when the drones come back, it may be a little bit different. Jump modules do make a lot of robots really fun, and if you time the jumps right, it can be a big help. So, yeah, give that a go. You might really like that. Jump modules are pretty cool. JR, what do you mean by how many players would have actually gone through the 5K cutoff? You mean how many players would actually have had enough to hit the cutoff? What's up, Martin? I'm good. How about yourself? Thunder, how's it going? You know, Solid Snake, I really like jump modules on little fast robots like oh my god, Phantom. Phantom is super fun with a jump module. Loki's super fun with a jump module. All the little robots that haul ass, man, those things are fun with jumps. If it's little and it's fast, it's awesome with a jump unit. Isaac says, do you think War Robots is unfair if you don't spend money? Not exactly. If you don't spend money and you do everything right and you have some patience, you can slowly build a really nice hangar. You may not have the latest and greatest and the best of the best, but you can still build a really nice, decent performing hangar without spending money. You just have to grind your butt off and, you know, don't expect it to happen really quick. But, you know, if you can spend at least a little bit of money, they've got so many really good, really cheap deals in the daily deals these days. It's awesome. But I will tell you this, a guy who goes out and buys the best of the best that has no skill will still generally lose to a player with decent stuff that has a lot of skill. Like a player with crappy stuff and tremendous amount of skill will still do very well. Like when I play my crappy robots, I have to play the game very differently than I do with my good robots. Like I like to charge in, I like to get up in people's face, and I like to fight face to face, but when I'm playing my crappier robots, nope, that does not work. You gotta play with skill and tactics when you're playing those old bots, so. But if you are spending money, if you got money to spend, yes, you're gonna be able to get a lot of nice stuff faster. But I don't necessarily think it's unfair. Now, for example, like you almost have to spend money to get the Mark III tokens. Well, as of right now, I don't really care if my weapons and robots are Mark III or not. If it's Mark II level 12 versus Mark III, that extra 5%, if I'm missing that 5% of Mark III, so what? Could care less, honestly. Sure, the extra 5%'s nice, but no big deal. That's how I look at it. So Roger, I don't know how true this is, but supposedly if you start building something or upgrading stuff and you watch the videos to make it upgrade or build faster, I guess it gets done really quickly. I guess you can save a lot of time, like a lot. Now my buddy tells me you can build a item in a week if you watch all the videos. I've never tested this out or not, but I have a friend that claims he builds things and it only takes him a week because he watches the videos every day to make the builds go faster. Normally it takes like 3 weeks to build an item, he claims 1 week. But I've been meaning to test that out, but I just keep forgetting about it. When I try to build something and start watching the videos, I keep forgetting to go in there and watch the videos and stuff, so I keep messing it up every time I try to test it. Son Paul said, I saw a Mender with a jump module today. He jumped towards the Titan to heal it. Unfortunately, it both died, plus the Orion. Those darn motherships, guys. Alright, Saidia's back. Mirage, what's up? I'm doing good. How about yourself? Isaac says, whenever I play a match, I get spawn camped. What do you mean? You mean the other players run into your spawn and beat you up? Unfortunately, that means the team that you're on is not performing well. If another team can do that to your team, that means they completely overpowered you and just obliterated your team. So either your team sucked or the other team was just like, had way better stuff. One or the other. Like, I mean, I can play with my clan, and like, we got some pretty good players, we got some decent players, we got some so-so players that play with us, you know? We got players of all different skill levels, and I mean, there's games where we just go in there and we rip the enemies to pieces, the game's over in 2 or 3 minutes. Then there's games where we get ripped to pieces in 2 or 3 minutes, so... There are certain days where it seems like the game gives us the world's worst matchmaking. There's other days where it seems like the game puts us up against like really weak players and we just eat them. It's horrible. I wish they could find a way to make matchmaking better to where the teams were a little bit more even. There's nothing more fun than playing a game where it comes down to the wire. Like, you know, there's 2 minutes left in the game and you're like, who's going to win this? Like, you just don't know who's going to win because it's that close. Those are the type of games that are super fun. So I really do wish they could find a better way of matchmaking so they could match the teams up so more games would be that way. So Solid Snake says, I want a Danny, Adrian, or Manny voice training mode for beginners. Or even a strategy-based offline mode. You want to know what's really weird is a lot of times when I make a video about game strategy or how to do better, normally it doesn't get that many views. People don't seem to watch those videos. I don't know why. People like the build videos and stuff like that, but most people don't like how to play better videos. I've never really figured that out. You think those kind of videos would get a lot of views, but they really don't. So Arox says you can build purple weapons or bots really fast with ads. Gold takes more time. Isaac says Mech Arena has better matchmaking. I don't know. I haven't played that in a long time. But when I was playing it, it seemed like almost all the opponents were bots and not real players. Isaac says it feels like I'm the only one who bothers on my team. Isaac, what game mode are you normally playing? I get a lot of games where I play by myself, where I'm just going in solo and it matches me up with 5 other players. And sometimes the 5 other players stand in the back corner and camp on beacon games, and then you lose because they didn't decide to get any beacons. Like some players, I don't understand why they're playing beacon modes if they're not going to get beacons. Alright, so Martin wants to know if the new laser weapons are worth it. So what's cool about the new laser weapons is you can easily brawl or use them from a distance. They don't seem to do huge amounts of damage, they feel very balanced. But I think they're really good weapons overall because they're just all around pretty good at everything. I mean, you can get up in somebody's face and do well with them, or you can do well with them from 800 meters away. So, yeah, I mean, they're very good. They are very good to me. There are going to be some people who don't like them, but Most people I know that have them and play them really like them a lot. Now, I don't feel like I'm doing that good with them when I play them, but there's a couple times where I got on the Battle Wreck account, which is the one that Pixonic owns, they let me have. And I've put nothing but those new laser weapons on all 5 robots, and during the gameplay I was like, well, it doesn't feel like they're doing that much, but when the game's over I got 10, 11, 12 million damage, and I'm like, oh, they did way better than they felt, so I think they're good weapons. Eric, have a great day. Okay, so Team Deathmatch, that's a very hard mode. Now, free-for-all, you're relying on yourself completely to do well, so free-for-all only cares about your skills and, you know, how good your robots and weapons are compared to the next guys. Now, Team Deathmatch, I noticed there's a lot of really crappy players in Team Deathmatch. I don't know how else to put it. I find when I go on a Beacon Rush, I generally get matched up with better players, but not always. I don't play a whole lot of Team Deathmatch games anymore. The Artidote says, don't use Harpy. Why? What's wrong with Harpy? Do you paint Warhammer models? What is a Warhammer model? I've heard of the game Warhammer, but I don't really know what it is. But no, I don't paint anything. I suck at painting. Alright, so no, I disagree. Harpy can be a really good Beacon Rush robot. See, the thing is, you gotta know when to bring the Harpy in. Now, if you're playing with a squad and everybody's on board and you're on voice chat and you guys are communicating, it's actually good to have something like a Siren or a Harpy that can stand back, it can go up in the air, and try and like push enemies back or clear them off a beacon. So if used correctly, those can be very good robots. Now, you don't want to go into a game and have like 5 people drop a Harpy. That would be bad. But if one guy drops a Harpy at the right time and uses it correctly, that's actually pretty good. Just like a Mugi, you probably should not have more than one Mugi out on the battlefield at the same time. So Isaac says Warhammer is a hobby where you paint little miniatures and fight with them. Well, that's kind of cool. So Warhammer is not a video game? I always thought it was some sort of video game. I've heard of it. Alright, so Artidote says I get 10 beacons on average with 8 million damage. Well, that's good and bad at the same time. 8 million damage is great. Getting 10 beacons means your team sucked at holding their beacons. You need 3 people to grab 1 beacon, and then if you can hold them for 51% of the game, you win. If you had 10 beacons, that means your team lost beacons over and over and over, and you had to regain them back. That's not necessarily a good thing. I mean, it's great that you were able to get them back, but it's bad that your team lost that many beacons. So your goal is to get on the beacons and stay on the beacons and don't let the enemies take them. Alright, so you've only got 4 hangar places. I would say don't spend any gold until you have enough to get all 5 hangar slots open. Like, if you're a newer player, the first thing you should do with your gold is open all 5 hangar slots. And only after that should you start spending gold on other things. Skunks, what's up? So all we know is when the new update hits, the drones should be coming back within a few days after the new update. So a couple more days and the drones should return. Let me see. We got about... I'll give you a rough estimate. This is not going to be exact, but this should be pretty close to when the drones will come back. What's up, Dark Warrior? He says, hello. Suresh, hello. Did I see your comment in the giveaway? Probably not. There's about 1 million people who leave comments on the giveaways, so it's pretty hard to catch every one of them. Alright, so we currently have, what does that say? 6 days left. My gosh, I need some glasses to read that. I think we got about 6 days, 6 to 7 days until the new update shows up. Can someone confirm? I really need to get some reading glasses. Holy moly, I can't tell what that says. It's so small. The special delivery event, guys. Is there 6 days left in so many hours? Ah! El Phantomy says I won a Amugi from Adrian's giveaway. I'm not sure what you have, but right now I'm really enjoying like Pulsar and Magnetar on it, or the Rust weapons like you see me running on this pre-recorded video. Those are really good weapons, and the Pulsar and Magnetars are really good. Those are probably my favorite 2 weapon setups for it. Did I pick giveaway winners for what, buddy? If you're talking about the 100 Angler, that giveaway doesn't end until March 14th or March 15th or something like that. I explain all of that in the video. 1 million people a day seem to ask when does the giveaway end, but I usually explain in the video. Now, if it was like the little 5 giveaway, those videos I may not be super clear on when it ends, but usually on, I think it's like Wednesday night or something like that, I have to turn in the winners. So if it's the small giveaway, then we got till probably Wednesday night till I pick the winners. The big giveaway goes until March 14th or March 15th or something like that. Suresh says, is it worth upgrading the Fainters? So some people are very big fans of the Fainters still. Not everybody likes them, but some people do. So they feel nice, but they don't feel great to me. If you were to upgrade them, I can't guarantee that you would love them, but I think most people would probably like them at least. They feel decent to me. Did I see what you said about Eldritch Ares? No. No, I did not. I do not see an Ares comment in the comments. I'm looking through and I do not see it. Hey, what's up, Magic? Playing on a phone, I'm not really sure how a good free aim would go, honestly. But they definitely need to do something a little bit different with the lock-on system. One of the things most people love is that it's a lot easier to aim on this game than a lot of other games. So maybe something in between would be good. LP says, I'm not going to get a Skyros because the super chest is going to end. If you save all of your keys until they have that super chest overdrive, that's a lot easier to get your super chest. Dark says, can anybody see my messages? I think I'm seeing some of them, but not all of them, Dark. Brendan says, what's the best pilot for Skyros? That's going to depend on how you're playing Skyros. If your goal is to grab beacons and not come out of the ball very often, then you're going to want to get the Theseus pilot. If you plan on doing as much fighting as possible, you're going to get the other Skyros pilot that gives you the suppression. I forget what its name is. But that depends on how you're playing it. Alright, so Dark bought the Mark II Eldritch Ares with Blight and Hazard. You know, Ares is a very cool robot, but it's very hard to keep alive. It's super, super squishy. But it's a pretty cool robot. I actually like the Ares, but I don't play it very often. Now, every once in a while you see somebody who's really good with Ares, and they tear it up with them. So a really good Ares player can do good, and I think those weapons would be very nice on there. So Martin, the new Titan Sonic weapons are a little bit scary. I'm a little bit scared about that. Now the new Titan that's coming out, I don't know what to think about that. When they go live, they're normally a lot different than how they were on the test server, so I don't really judge anything until it's actually on the live server and I get to try it out on the live server, because it may be just like it was on the test server, or it could be completely different. We just don't know. But Kron, yes, the Fainters do have a longer reload time. They did get a bit of a nerf. They're still pretty good, but they did get a nerf. Sun Paul says a tap lock on. You know, that might be kind of cool. Yeah, that might be a cool way to do it, actually. So we got about 20 minutes left on the stream, Hunter. So what does the rust effect do? I don't remember exactly, but I know it messes up your healing and your defense points. It's almost kind of like a weird form of DOT effect, but I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I think it like depletes your defense points and your healing, and it kills stuff pretty quickly. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but it's pretty darn good. It's a very strong effect. The way they word it is a little bit confusing, I think. Dark Warrior says, imagine a really small Titan. Well, I mean, if it was really small, it probably wouldn't be a Titan. Saida says, I didn't really understand the rust effect. Yeah, it's worded really funny. I don't understand it 100% either because of the way they word it, but I have a good idea of how it works. It's actually very strong. Whatever it does exactly is very strong. I just know it has something to do with messing up your healing and your defense points. Like a Titan with tank legs. Does the Fainter have an effect? I believe the Fainter has lockdown and DOT, right? Let me look again to make sure, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's got lockdown and DOT. They're very interesting weapons. Alright, where are you at, Fainter? Just to make sure I'm thinking of the correct weapon, I'm going to double check. Does it actually not say? My gosh, I need some glasses big time. I can't read this little phone thing anymore. I don't think it actually tells you what effect it has. Holy crap, it doesn't say. Okay, my understanding is it has lockdown and DOT, but it doesn't seem to say that in the description. Why the heck not? It tells you the effect duration and the effect accumulation, but it doesn't tell you what the effect does. That's crazy. That is crazy. Huh. So, I bet if you go over to the War Robots wiki page, the War Robots fandom, that'll probably go into more detail on what those weapons do. I don't understand this, but people were complaining that the descriptions of the weapons and robots had too much information. So Pixonic decided to simplify it, but they're leaving out key elements, like things that we absolutely need to know. They're not telling us now. For example, like the Titan Heimdall, right? It's got a physical shield, but I don't even think it mentions that in the description at all. JR, it doesn't have DOT, just lockdown. For some weird reason, I thought it had both. But no, they don't really tell us anymore. You know what? Let me go look at the fandom page. War Robots Fainter. Not Painter. Fainter, not Painter. See, I talk into my phone and it types it out. Where is the fandom? Oh, wait, it typed out worry about Fainter. Phone, you had one job and you really messed it up. Alright, so here's what it says on the fandom page. A long-range energy machine gun with a decent rate of fire and the ability to cause smaller damage after a full clip being fired. What? The ability to cause smaller damage. And it immobilizes the target after a couple of hits. It has a unique ability to root the enemies, preventing them to move. So yes, it's got lockdown. Oh yeah, it goes into like a big long thing about the weapon on here. So yeah, the War Robots fandom page is going to be your best bet for looking up what weapons do, I think. But it's not saying anything about the DOT, just that it immobilizes people. So it may not have the DOT. Kron says lockdown, but no DOT. Sun Paul says Kefri, Spear, or Blights, or Cudgels, maybe. So Spear, Blight, Cudgel, or the Rust weapons are all awesome on Kefri right now. Any of those would be great, Tileman. Or even the Pulsars, or not Pulsars, the Magnetars are really good on there too. So Dark says the Rust weapon effect reduces the repair effectiveness of the robots. Sadia says, Fainter is a weird weapon. You know, Son Paul, there's a lot of people using Magnetars for brawling right now. I think they're actually great brawling weapons. So are Pulsars. I mean, they've got a 5-second reload. They do a lot of damage. They got lockdown. They're just an all-around really good weapon, in my opinion. Isaac says, Danny, do you have any pets? No, I do not, actually. No, I do not. No pets. James says the Rust applies a 5-second debuff that reduces your defense and healing for about 30%. Now that sounds like he hit the head on the nail on that one. Thank you, James. Sadia is going to tell me his league and all of the robots. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, we only got a few minutes left on the stream, honestly. Isaac has a pet snake. I like and don't like snakes at the same time. Yeah, Nikita, they've definitely been changing the things around on the events. The events are a lot harder to get the good stuff than they used to be. So I agree with you on that one. James says, I probably thought DOT because it resembles Viper. Yeah, maybe. I don't have a great memory. And these days, they don't make things that clear, unfortunately. Son Paul wants to put those Magnetars and Pulsars on a Mender. That might be kind of cool, actually. Wait, Dark had a flying Destrier. So Isaac, most of my music comes off of the YouTube music library. I don't know if you can find it on the phone, but if you're on the PC, you go to your YouTube channel, then you go to YouTube Studio, and down on that little, there's that little list of like drop down things on the left. You click on like the YouTube music library or YouTube music or whatever. And there's a whole bunch of music in there that you can use for your videos. I did just download a couple new songs off of that Harris Heller Stream Beats site, which says it's copyright-free music. Harris Heller is a YouTuber. I've been watching his stuff for years, so I assume he's not out to get us. So I actually trust that his songs are not going to get me a copyright because he just seems like a pretty good dude. Very popular YouTuber. I mean, he's got his own recording studio. He just started a new business for that music service, and I don't know how he's making money off of it if it's all free to use, though. But a lot of the stuff on the YouTube music does not have a, it's free to use and you won't get a copyright. Now, a lot of times after my stream, it tells me, hey, you got a copyright, but YouTube seems to add the license to all the songs after the stream and then the copyright goes away. So Isaac gets it from non-copyright sounds. I don't trust a lot of those. Like, I know a lot of guys who are using similar sites like that, and then the music currently doesn't have a copyright on it, and then the band all of a sudden decides, you know what, we're going to put copyrights on everything. And all those people that have been using our music for like the last 3 years on their YouTube channels, we're now going to receive all the revenue from those videos. I know a lot of YouTubers that have been hit with that. They've been using video music from a certain site for years, and then all of a sudden, bam, those bands decide it's no longer copyright free, and then the YouTuber gets messed up. So normally that's why I get most of it off of the YouTube thing. But I'm not really familiar with the NCS you're talking about. What do I think about YouTube's new CEO? I have no idea. Dark says, I listened to NCS and Chill Step. I didn't realize they had a new CEO. So yeah, I don't really know who's currently in charge of YouTube or whatever. But I do know that when Google bought YouTube shortly after, I think they started paying us YouTubers less. That was kind of lousy. NCS has a YouTube channel as well. Thanks, guys. Isaac says, I don't make videos, so I'm fine. Dark says, I downloaded that song video that I asked you about. Cool, cool. One of these days I'll finish that song and post it somewhere. Like, I got a new program for making music and I'm kind of learning how to use it. Like, I got a little MIDI keyboard controller thingy, so I got this program called MCP Beats, and it's made for making like music and beats with your little MIDI keyboard. So it's very different than the way I'm used to making music. Normally you just plug your instrument in the recorder and you record it, but this is very different, so I'm kind of learning how to do this thing here. Dark says, I like your outro. Thanks, buddy. I've got like 3 or 4 partial songs written on that program. But if you guys have a MIDI controller and want to make beats, NCP Beats is pretty cool. I think it's made by that company called Akai that makes MIDI controllers. So it can be a trap, yes. It just depends. I mean, if you notice, I normally don't put music on my regular videos. That's because I don't even trust the YouTube music library. I put music on my streams, but I don't put it on my regular videos because normally streams get views for a couple days after the stream's over, and then they just kind of disappear. Some videos may keep going on for years and years and years getting views, so I don't want to put music on those and have them get screwed up, you know what I mean? But I haven't finished any of the songs yet. But I got a few songs that are partially finished. I got 2 that are pretty much keepers, and then I got a couple that I might just delete, I'm not sure. But it's not like a real fast way to do it. Like, I'm not super familiar with that songwriting program yet, so it's kind of taken me a long time to do a little bit here and there on it. I'm sure once you really get the hang of it, it's a lot easier, but it's pretty cool. I think you can even make music on the MPC Beats without a MIDI controller. There's like a little keyboard that you can just like. There's little sample pads right on the the program itself that you can set to do different things, and there's a little keyboard that you can set up to like type on your computer keys. So I guess you can use it even if you don't have a controller. Current song that's playing. It looks like this song is by Dan Hing or something, called Subway Dreams. Dan Henig, if I'm reading that properly. I'll tell you what, Dark Mirror is a very strong Titan right now. Now that the shields are gone, my gosh, that thing is obliterating people. Isaac says, I doubt anybody would be interested in watching my stuff. You never know, man. If you make videos, you never know who's going to like it or not like it. So if you actually want to start a YouTube channel and you'd like to make YouTube videos, give it a try. Make some videos. If it turns out good, post it. Maybe somebody will check it out. YouTube is not easy, though. It takes most people a really long time before their channel catches on. Son Paul, you're welcome, buddy. Alright, guys, so our stream is about over here. Yeah, Unexpected. What's up, bud? Yeah, we've talked a bit about that. Hunter says he apparently likes crypto and NFT stuff. I guess you're talking about the YouTube CEO. I don't understand NFTs. I don't see why an NFT would be worth anything. I don't really understand crypto either. It's like fake money or something, but I've got a little bit of crypto, but you know, it just crashed after I bought it. I'm glad I didn't put much money into it. That would have sucked. Maybe someday it'll go back up, but right now that stuff's not doing very good. But alright, everybody, I gotta get going. Our stream time is about up. Thank you guys so much for coming out. You guys are amazing. I appreciate all of you guys a lot. Thank you for being here, and we will catch you next time, alright? You guys are all amazing. Thank you for the support. I'll be back on probably Thursday with a gameplay live stream and all that good stuff, and catch you guys there, alright? See ya. Have a great day, and have a great rest of your week if I don't see you for a couple days or whatever. Alright, lining out. See ya. Have a great day.